guys, welcome back again. Our next video, looking at conditionals, we're going to study the first conditional. Okay, aren't we, Laurie?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've already looked at the zero conditional, which we said was a truth, and the first conditional is about a realistic situation. So if we look at this example here, we say if the bus is late. This is our if clause. It's definitely realistic that the bus is late. So anybody who is a public transport user would know this for sure.
It's debatable in some parts of the world.
Depends where you are.
But yeah, it depends where you are. But generally, yes, it's true in most cases, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if the bus is late, what will I do? I'll go for a drink. Or maybe I'll walk home.
Absolutely.
Or what would you do?
I'll look at my phone and book a taxi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of different things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's other alternatives. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, with the conditionals, we have two clauses in here. We've got the if clause, and we've got the main clause. If we have the if clause first, we need the comma in there, but just to separate the two clauses. But if you swap it the other way around and said, I'll go for a drink if the bus is late, then you don't need a comma, and that's perfectly acceptable to use a language like that. Sometimes we use it for variety's sake, we switch the clauses around, but I think more natural for me is I generally use the if clause first.
Yes, I do tend to, Laurie. I can't think of any situations where I would change that. Sometimes I might swap it around and say, okay, I'll go for a drink if the bus is late. But I think more often than not, I'd use it first. The if clause.
And people sometimes ask, well, why are they called the conditionals? What does that mean, that word conditional? And a condition is just something that sort of depends on something else, right? So we say, if the fact that I'm going to go for a drink, depends on if the bus is late.
Right.
Because if the bus is not late,
then
no
I
drink.
Won't go for a drink.
Don't get a drink
absolutely.
today. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
should we look at the form a little bit? We've already spoken about the commas. Let's look at the different tenses. So you can recognize the verbs here. The is. Okay. Here we go. That's our present simple.
Yeah.
And here's the verb, right? Right here. Okay? And we know that that is the contracted form of
will.
Exactly. So it's our will future. Okay? And the reason that we put the contractions up there is just because it's what we use almost all the time, especially in spoken English.
It's spoken language, isn't it? Yeah. Most definitely.
And written language, I mean, I was taught in school that you never write a contraction, but that was a long time ago. And of course, it was before emails, and now in emails we've sort of changed, the formality of language, so it's absolutely acceptable, except in academic English. To write with a contraction.
In its written form.
Okay, now there's a couple of sort of variations that you could use with this. So we could use some modal verbs.
We could,
right?
Yeah, that's it. So
instead of this one, huh?
Yeah, we could. So we could say I may, okay, or I can as well, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So if the bus is late,
yeah,
I may go for a drink. Not quite sure, but I may. We'll see what happens.
Depends if you're in Britain or not, really, Laurie, doesn't it? I think if you're in Britain, you probably would. Yes, I may go for a drink. But yeah, I think most people would say can, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something like, if the bus is late, I can just walk home.
Yeah. That's it. That's very common, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
good.
And then what we also said, there's a couple of other different uses of the first conditional. So we could use it as a threat in a way as well. So if you don't stop that, I'll freak out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You said to your kids, right? If you don't clean up your room, I'll be very angry.
Right. And can we use it as persuasion as well, Laurie?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you clean up your room, I'll give you a cookie.
Right.
How about that?
So it can be used like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another common thing is like warnings as well. So as Laurie was saying, we had that nice example there with the cookie, but also it could be, for example, if you don't research this paper properly, I'll make sure that you lose your job. For example, that's a bit of a stern one, but anyway.
It is, but it's also a really nice use of the negative form. So if you don't do this, I will do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
So we can use that with children quite a
Okay.
lot as well, yeah.
And I think the last thing that we need to look at is if there's something that we could use instead of the if. Now, we spoke about this on the zero conditionals video, is that people often listen out for the if,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't
Yes.
come, then they're kind of confused. But there are some substitutes, unfortunately,
Right.
for the if. So what's a common one, Jonathan?
So I think a common one actually would be in case, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, in case the bus is late, I'll make a complaint to the bus company.
Yeah.
For example, yeah.
Yeah. So the difference with that is, so we have the normal first conditional with the if. We say, okay, if the bus is late, I'll have some time and I'll be able to go for a drink. But in case makes it a little bit stronger, so it's actually really providing a reason.
Yes.
Right. So maybe I'll go for a drink wouldn't be the most natural thing to say, but I'll make a complaint.
Yes.
Right. And I will only make a complaint if the bus is late.
That's
right?
it.
And that would be the reason for my complaint.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah. There's a couple of other examples we could use as well, but maybe we'll get to them on another video, won't we, Laurie?
Yeah, sounds good.
That'd be good. Okay, so thanks a lot.